Miss Bako.
Kwame, me kai when John Dramani Mahama time now all your campaign in 2024. None any other person be the president of the Republic of Ghana. There's two different things. Different things that you are making a promise and a pledge. And but whereby you make a promise and a pledge and you give specifications to it, and you cannot meet the specifications, people have issues with you. Kwame, minim sobaka John Dramani Mahama eke kan sembebri when he was doing his campaign. And then some of and them no can say he's living by it. Because if you listen to John Dramani Mahama at that material moment, Kwame, he says so many things. His Excellency, the President, or catch say, Obeko, the leanest and most efficient government. As we speak today, John Dramani Mahama is having about 56 ministers. Now with 4 to get to 60. And there be a because of free 1992 by this Fourth Republic. As we sit here today, open the most lenient government for now is John Dramani Mahama. Now he also told us there's going to be a code of conduct and standards for government officials. And also yatem huasem. Kwame Okacha say national economic dialogue. Yatem huasem. Okacha say when it comes to 11 year 90 days was so guso yenwe. But if you look at the promise of the buy nyina Kwame and the pledges, then number one. Maybe cause can say so what the number one is the most important thing to you. Miss Honey catch me and me lecture so much about it. If they are lying, I'm lying this morning. But Kwame, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was say nominate within the first 14 days complete list of cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval. And he says some no kind. Now a man force out 14 days. He has a 14 days now pound. So you let's give him the benefit of the doubt. But and no, I mean who's what they are told is almost say almost the cabinet ministers need their back. And Kwame,
19 cabinet ministers.
Yes, 19 cabinet ministers. And I want to read something to Ghanaians. When the president was having a social contract with Ghanaians, he made specifications. Kwame, not just a promise or a pledge, but he made specifications to when it comes to cabinet. And I want to read this for you, Kwame. This is John Dramani Mahama talking. Way a 30th of September 2024. At least 30% of my cabinet will be women if elected in 2024 elections. Mahama promises. And Kwame, I want to read this for say. The National Democratic Congress has launched its manifesto for women ahead of the 2024 elections with a promise from the flag bearer to ensure at least 30% of its cabinet positions will be filled by women if elected. At the lunch event held in Kumasi on Monday, September 30th, Mahama said, and in quotation marks, I, together with the NDC, shall lead, offer you a social contract. Within 14 days of my presidency, I'll nominate my cabinet, of whom 30% will be women. Quality, this is specification, straight bullet. John Dramani Mahama in opposition. Our campaign catcher say two about the man said the president of the Republic of Ghana. Within the first 14 days into administration, when you call for call cabinet, you make approval. Say any wajuma. Adeba call side Kwame straight. He wasn't talking under duress. Now some can I say John Mahama has lied to Ghanaians on this particular matter?
About day.
What say 30%? Committee 30% of his cabinet will be women. 30%.
Now I have a question. Is it necessary?
It's necessary. Do you know the kind of women that voted for John Dramani Mahama because of this? Are you okay? Do you know how women, a man that be a man that be a do you know the kind of comments that they made?
It's about competence.
Was it?
It's about competence.
So are you trying to tell me so the NDC doesn't have competent women?
I am not trying to.
So what are you trying to tell me this morning?
In the pool of the cabinet, not everybody can be a cabinet.
Yes.
Member. So in the pool of the cabinet,
yes.
It is only two competent women who found themselves in
Kwame.
Why must we make a big deal
we have a problem with the person? I totally disagree with this kind of analogy. How come? Nipane Kasan, he wasn't talking under duress. Was say, Onubedi president, 30% of his cabinet will be women. And who Pachem just asked him now, was it written for him? Was he talking under duress? Dabi. And you know willingly in Waba Monchabe catcher say talk about the man. And you see where Kwame, he even says this will empower women, this will push women to make sure that they will enter into politics. This is going to be a motivational factor for women. Obi or your band and your campaign be able campaign now in the possibility so a cabinet minister very high. And none one has the cabinet ministers listen name. 19
the ministers we have minister for finance, minister for interior, minister for health, Minister for Defense, Minister for Foreign Affairs. Other notable appointments include Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Minister for Energy and Green Transition, Minister for Education, Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Minister for Food and Agriculture, Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, Minister for Roads and Highways, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, Minister for Works, Housing and Water Resources, Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, Minister for Transport, and Minister for Labor, Jobs and Employment. And these are the cabinet
so ministers. The cabinet ministers, only 2 are women. 2.
Which constitutes about 10.5.
10.05. Asamani yake. John Mama, listen to the word. At least 30% of women.
Franko?
Yes.
If after this 10.05%. Now they work effectively. Now say me back.
No, don't bring any conditionality close to this. What I mean?
Now ombeye juma effectively.
Yes.
At the end of the day,
hold. I say you want to jump into the defense.
No, I'm not jumping.
No, I'm not getting you. I say you are jumping into the defense of this.
Now say, Now we are, our lives will be on.
Yes.
If you want to buy food, must we still cry? Say, and say money 30%, you said 30, so it should be 30.
Yes. At this point,
it is important.
No, at this point, the whole year futuristic things now.
Is that what we need?
Maybe the whole year futuristic.
And yeah,
maybe. Me say, John Dramani Mahama has a social contract with Ghanaians.
Okay.
Name someone can you say or no? But listen to the word. Was it at least 30%?
Mate.
Now, as we are talking today, 10.05%. John Mahama has failed. That area he has failed.
Franko, may I say, national daily minimum wage increased by 10% for 2025, and John Dramani Mahama has asked workers to accept. Once the economy improves, we will pay you better. President John Dramani Mahama and Anokata Ediche Ejme for previous minimum wage was 18.15, a little over $1. It was increased from previously was increased from it was increased from 14.88 in 2023 financial year. And that's how the growth keeps coming. I don't know. This one here, I say President Mahama to deliver State of the Nation address ahead of the economic dialogue. President John Mahama is set to deliver a State of the Nation address to Parliament next week ahead of the National Economic Dialogue scheduled for March 3rd. So for the very first time, John Dramani Mahama is going to deliver his State of the Nation address. I can't wait. The nostalgic, the euphoria.
Yeah.
There's something I would love to hear from John Dramani Mahama.
Oh, okay.
One would say, I don't know, so what I mean, I was man, can't John Dramani, like we haven't criticized John Dramani Mahama. Yeah, share no critically say we want to give him chance. One John and I'm can't say so for so many years. Your man bread na John and yeah Jumaro and go to him that okoyo other of
Elder Isaac Adade any oko ayedu say a year or elder or say because Mama knew the kind of problems we were going through and willingly decided to help Ghanaians, not to come and re-echo problems to us.
Okay, I read the minimum wage in some
politicians on there be a cast and I totally agree with you. The Edika more John Dramani Mahama Basso. Now there is an increment by 10%. Ed Massa your more mojo busumia katuanes anomana. Be Kwame. Today, where are those for no way? Sam Kofona Mekai in 2017 when Nana Danko Akufo-Addo took over as the president and then increased it by 12%. Kwamo kai sama man for Kanu Kuruma. He, dana me cast mo me nyadwin. Me say, obi a waye ne ho nationalist. Obi waye no a neutral person biano. And that person that be make sure so be puncher mind when it comes out of objectivity criticism. So Kwame, you don't accept positions. Today where is Professor Jampo? I'm asking Professor Jampo why? What can I say maybe? Nemkofe kra ka abaya kwadi nkomo and even increasing it some minimum wage ne some busumi akatua or catch them say what they this is what they bargain for. Okay.
When you have leaders leading a group of workers who only think about their stomach.
Yes. Yes. Today.
I remember.
Yes. And no more. Instead of me catch you say, Ghana have politics now here, you know. Majority of them think about their selfish interest. They don't think about the welfare of the people. Don't be no more home. Where is he today? And opposition. I did not make catch you so obi opposition biano cannot come out and criticize the issue. And otherwise, and I ajantuamo. These were people who were very strong and hard on another down Akufo saying say Akufo money home. Akufo comes in as the president of the Republic of Ghana in 2017. Kwame or 2 by 12%. Kwama yenyama manfo nkunipa wa ha. And Akufo there be oni tema on nipa ho and at 12% and can so they call 20% and can so they say that time John Dramani Mahama and the NDC also came and says, oh, and Akufo money manfo ho. Today is 10%. Kwame, if you look at Babia John Mahama free banner, I understand him. Was it Babia Mamoni say any economy nedru no and said then naso. He has also make a promise and a pledge to them say Nyanko Ponya do not so money to me jina ye. Near Sikasem jina ye they are going to increase and Kwame Nyasa. Sanet here. But I'm saying that be a we have one and wash one. One Nana Danko Akufo made a proposal of 12%. Look at how politicians, civil society, some for more chroma, na be yade nationalists, yani freedom fighters, yani Jema Kuo for TUC in oh that be 12% yes. Today John Mahama is talking about 10%. And you say be a bad 10% is not bad. But then Bakwa make can say, Obi be a wajatum bia say Edma ye kwamu be kwame unim say ne. Edma wu ye. So abayu bana so more position now kwajia. People see so a double standard. And because they feel and think say bianca what one awo ye no and because of your personal interest and na wo kan zembi and Kwame John Mahama abon ho moden wakasa de akere say nyame adom 2 by 10% mesre Kwame 10% no emra but dey ba kwa Kwame ya ne say minimum wage no Kwame so no so no 19 cedis Oh, Kwame. Nene pa katua pa yetua ka 20 Ghana cedis pa. 20 Ghana cedis multiplied by 20 working days 400 Ghana cedis. Nene how many Ghanaians can work yetua ka 400 Ghana cedis?
Okay.
Kwame, 4 million. But do you know our problem? Ye kasa ya ye ensem for ye kasa. Always we fight a losing battle. Do you know why? Ye ko amanfo ntokwa de mo be yeso yan katua so ye nye. Me bo aka cham sa me boa. Ye so ye ko amanfo ntokwa de mo. Wo se me boa. Are you being fair?
Oboa.
Come tanko. Hey, kwa brampa. Hey. What's me boa?
Oboa.
Come tanko.
Oboa we got just one.
What's me boa?
Aye.
Do you know say in terms of journalism, any radio bit me 350 Ghana cedis. It will be below the minimum wage.
There be so who come.
Yeah, so yeah, come man for. Yeah, so yeah, come man for.
We o karoze.
Aye.
O ko man for ko. Na wo a wo te hai.
I'm talking. No, Dabi. Don't put me to a certain.
Because we are put your salary out there. We have the better one this year. I want people to know.
To know what?
To know their wages.
This is a conditionality clause in my contract. But most me can.
And
yes, I make China. So I be can radio so. Or more adi omo Kenya ba betata. Mr. My main trans na minya majuma. And kwa mesre minimum wage no. Those say journalists are fighting for other people.
Of course,
sometimes Kwame,
it is true. When you look at
Kwame,
the kind of sika omoji at the end of the month, worried. You see, me share binum to be say how do you feed with this? How do you buy your clothes with this?
Yes.
How do you pay your rent with
yes.
this? And you see, yeah. Ebinom ho baby bebre
serious
pa baby okra no boso me no beso you won't get it. Baby o arrears of 4 months 5 months
4 5 6
very well
yentua entukwa me mesre
no okoka so ntu
jai so mo hu se dia omomom na eboa wo epa adwuma mo aye nti mesre minimum wage no said the year come manfo nsam de mom so my adwuma for omoma bia adwuma especially radio station TV station for no they should also understand said their work you have to pay them well.
Martin Franco, your phone lines, no.